I think Milton Keynes Development Partnership are able to move things along at pace and able to work with partners to bring things to the city in a much faster way.
You know, that's enabling us to do those investment set pieces.
So I think other local authorities could benefit from someone like MKDP.
And MK's got a lot of ambition for the future.
Hello, I'm Toby Fox from 1.5 million new homes, the Local Government Challenge. And I'm interested in talking to councils about what works and what needs to change to get more homes built. Now recently, Milton Keynes received a glowing peer review from the Local Government Association. It was praised for its leadership, for its ambition, and for delivery. But curiously, very little mention was made of the Milton Keynes Development Partnership, MKDP, which is its wholly owned development company. And that intrigued me because for a council to be delivering at scale so consistently year after year, the development model really matters. So I've come to Milton Keynes to ask a couple of questions. How is this place performing and what is the role of MKDP? I'm going to find out now.
MKDP is the placemaking and property vehicle subsidiary for Milton Keynes Council. And it's gone on a journey. So originally when it was set up, it was very much taking on board the property assets and seeing what it could do to develop those assets and to add value to them. And as we've been able to develop that portfolio, we've moved very much more into the placemaking space. Now, the reason it's different from so many others is because it was set up with land. And it's one of the things that makes us really quite unusual.
It gives it more freedom to do things, so it can work quicker, it can respond to the market quicker, and just faster decision making than we can within the council.
We've been going for 14 years. We started off with an initial loan of £30 million, which we've completely repaid back, so we are debt free, which is a great position to be in. We've got an asset base that's worth about £150 million, and you know, that's enabling us to do those investment set pieces really in the city centre. I think it's 1,400 homes that we've enabled. A significant amount of those, particularly in the suburban areas, has been affordable housing. So overall in our suburban areas we've achieved well over 40% in the last 10 years, which is very significant. So I think we're doing more with the assets that we have, but we're also directing it to things that a pure commercial company, they wouldn't make those decisions.
We were selected by MKDP a number of years ago on the Campbell Park scheme. So best described as the last major development site in the city, so we'll be delivering a number of houses up to 1,800. MKDP played a huge role. At times gave us a hard time, and quite rightly, by the way. They tried to act as a balance, if you like, between the council, the planners and the local community. They expressed their desire where they think the design changes should be made to sort of make it a more acceptable proposition for the local community. They were fair, and what I want in a partner, and I see them as partners, what I want is robust, clear, direct conversations, no messing about, just tell us how it is and we can then act and work on that. So they're challenging partners, but challenging in my opinion in the right way.
We were selected as preferred bidder on our site at Campbell Parkview, and we've worked really closely with MKDP over the past 2 years to achieve planning on the site. So I think we submitted the application within 6 months of buying the site, and we got approval just over 6 months later. We worked really closely with MKDP to make sure we were talking to the right people at the right time, and kind of bringing everyone on board on that sort of planning and delivery journey.
But 6 months to submission and then 6 months to approval, I'm guessing that isn't typical in your experience around the country.
No, I wish all of our sites had achieved those timescales. Even though we've got those shared aspirations, there's often feels like there can be a disconnect between us and the local authorities, and even within local authorities there's lots of different stakeholders and they're not always aligned. So I think, yes, I think other local authorities could benefit from someone like MKDP who can kind of talk to and understand both parties and kind of sit between the two.
It's really quite exciting times with the projects that we're able to do that the council itself would find difficult to do because of the funding that's required.
But we're very clear about that with our board around what our heads of terms are for a contract, but also what the place would look like. So again, we do call ourselves a placemaking company, and that's really important for us, which is, yes, of course, the bottom line's got to add up, but actually it's about what you leave behind and what the legacy is. And so that's really our responsibility, is making sure that, yes, we get the maximum value, but with that context of, does it add something to the city centre?
So what we're hoping to build in partnership with Milton Keynes Development Partnership is a 4,000 capacity live events venue. So what I mean by that is we'll have concerts, comedy gigs, and it's a big scale venue, so there'll be acts being brought to Milton Keynes and comedians and musicians who haven't played in the city before. Homes are obviously essential for growth in any city, but people will only want to live in homes if there's great things to do in a city. So I think what the cultural sector, what the entertainment industry bring to a city is they make a place a great place to live and visit and work. I think Milton Keynes Development Partnership are able to move things along at pace and able to work with partners to bring things to the city in a much faster way.
The purpose of MKDP is to, well, it's very much in line with the purpose of the council, really, the focus of the council, which is to improve the quality of life for local people. We expect the company to deliver on the high-level strategic plans we have for making MK a better place, a more successful place, and obviously through land development they've got a really key role to play in that. We can't see into the future. We don't know what opportunities will come up for Milton Keynes where a development partnership might be useful. We may adapt or change it, but at the moment it's still got an awful lot of work to do with its existing assets, and MK's got a lot of ambition for the future.
I chair the government's task force to look into locations for a new generation of new towns, and we identified Milton Keynes as close to the top of the list of that potential. You've got all the strength to move quicker than many other areas. Milton Keynes got bags of room for growth, and frankly London needs Milton Keynes to be bigger and stronger. Now, of course, this organisation is perhaps one of the clearest examples in the country of one of the 32 new towns which has established a body to actually ensure longevity. The development partnership in Milton Keynes is itself evidence of that the community has addressed how it works with investors. And also this important issue of the stewardship over time. So it's a great strength.
So coming to Milton Keynes, I found a place that's both successful and keen to achieve even more. And I found partners and investors who are really keen to play a part in that. And in Milton Keynes Development Partnership, an organisation that they find to be helpful and effective. So perhaps the lesson from Milton Keynes for places that are really serious about building at scale is that it's not so much about ambition as it's about being able to organise it.